Are days when you're a creator that it is just so hard to get out of bed. Who or what is Lunchbox? Hello everyone, my name is Victoria and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I make a bunch of college content, lifestyle content, the list goes on, and I'm so glad to have you here. I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years now. In the beginning, it was a lot less and I didn't really have a foundation for myself, but now I am uploading videos almost every single week, and so some of y'all are starting to get to know me as a human being and you have questions for me. I thought we could do a Q&A today to answer your most burning questions. And as always, if I don't answer your questions, put them down in the comments. I will be sure to put them in another video. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So the first set of questions I pulled from my YouTube comments, and the first one is from Karen Freezone. She says, "Oh, I want to see Lunchbox. You sound like an awesome cat mommy." Thanks. How did you come up with that adorably unique name? So I actually didn't come up with Lunchbox. That was his name when I adopted him. I thought it was the cutest thing and weirdest thing ever, and so I kept it. Whenever people see Lunchbox for the very first time, I get one of two reactions. The first reaction is like, "Oh, this is so cute, it's so unique, I love it." And the second one is like, "Why would you do that to your cat? That's terrible." But I don't really see the big deal. I mean, it's a literal cat. Plus, I feel it is a totally acceptable thing to name your cat whatever you want, okay? On TikTok, I follow a cat called Roast Beef. I also follow a mom cat named Soup, and all of her little babies are named after different kinds of soup, like broccoli soup and chicken soup and potato soup. I just let people name their cats whatever they want. In the future, when I have more cats, I'm going to be naming them something similar to Lunchbox. I was thinking mochi or sushi because I love both of those foods and it's really cute. 2 syllables and it'll go well with Lunchbox. Second question is from Angela Diaz, and she asked what my zodiac sign is. I'm a Scorpio. I feel like I resonate Scorpio vibes. I wouldn't actually know though because I've never met myself, but let me know if I give off Scorpio vibes. In addition to my sun sign, my moon sign is Taurus and my rising sign is Capricorn. So I got all of these stubborn signs. It's hard to deal with. In truth, I love all of my placements though. I am very glad for all of them. I love having a lot of water and a lot of earth in my chart. I will say though, you will see a lot of Capricorn in me, a lot of Capricorn traits along with the Scorpio. But yeah, what is your zodiac sign? Put it down in the comments. I love to see what people's are. I ask it all of the time. I don't shut up about zodiac signs. Question number 3 comes from Rashad Dixon, and they asked, what GPA did you get into A&M with? So I transferred, and my GPA in high school and transferring was not very good. In high school, it was a 3.4 GPA. It's fine. It's a B. It's a B plus. It's a B plus. In college, it was even worse. I didn't really take the first semester super seriously. I was also trying to transition into being a completely new place, completely new school, and trying to make friends. I think I had a GPA of 3.2. That was not very good, and I was worried about getting in with the 3.2 GPA, but I managed to do it. While I've been at A&M though, I have brought my GPA up to a 3.8, and I'm super proud of it. So if you are a freshman either in college and you want to transfer to like a bigger university, or you're trying to get into college right now, believe me, your GPA does not define your intelligence. Throughout the years, you learn how to organize better, you learn how to study better. It is a constant battle, a constant learning process. If you're transferring into A&M, do not worry too much about your GPA. If you are going into A&M for your first year, definitely try getting your GPA up. That's where it really matters. So the next set of questions is from all of my other socials or my DMs on Instagram stories and other things like that. Number 4 is, who or what is Lunchbox? I think this came up when I mentioned Lunchbox with assuming that people already knew who Lunchbox was. Obviously now you know that he's my cat because that was in the first or second question. Lunchbox is a 3-year-old tabby boy cat. As to what he actually is, I believe he is part Maine Coon. Not fully, but this boy is huge. Like if I stretch him out by his shoulders, he's more than half of me. Not to mention he's super fluffy and he loves water, which are all traits of Maine Coon. Look up Maine Coon and then look at this picture of Lunchbox and let me know if I'm correct, because I think it's pretty close. Next question is, what motivates you to create content? This is a hard one because I actually struggle with being motivated at all times, and it causes me to miss out on weeks to upload. If I'm having a really bad week, it is so hard for me to actually create content. But what does motivate me is that I love it. I love creating. I love the editing process. It's a way to express myself and my interests and what I'm going through. And along with that, I'm creating a super awesome community. And all of that is just wonderful. That's what motivates me. I will say though, there are days when you're a creator that it is just so hard to get out of bed and do everything to put out a video because it is so much more work than you might expect. I take a half hour to an hour to actually film, and then editing takes anywhere from 2 hours to literally 6 hours depending on how much I am doing of it. Not to mention I have to make the thumbnail, I have to write the body text. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I freaking love it. I love producing content. One more thing that motivates me is just seeing all of the amazing other YouTube creators that are out there. I follow Hannah Duggan and she's a van lifer. She shows everything in her life, from all of the struggles to all of her aesthetic and non-aesthetic parts of her life, which is really important to show the really awesome stuff that you can have in a lifestyle and also the struggles that come with it. Her content motivates me a lot. Kelly Stamps is also a new and down-to-earth creator who just absolutely blew up, which motivates me to see that she's just a little girl in a big city and her big personality is what got her so far. She's very truthful, she gives out advice. So other creators definitely motivate me. Next question is, what's your favorite art style? Well, when I think about art, I think about aesthetics just because I'm Gen Z and I'm really drawn towards a couple things. First off is pastels. I have pastels all over my room. I especially love this color pink. I have this knitted blanket that I made that is all pastels. I feel most comfortable in pastels. Maybe it's just my childhood me coming out, but pastels are definitely something that I work with a lot and something I want to use in my painting. Another thing I really love, which I've brought up a million times, is cottagecore. I love cottagecore so much. It's so graceful and calls for such a minimal lifestyle, like living with less. Everything about cottagecore is just feels like a realistic fantasy to me. You don't need big fancy castles and you don't need these huge long flowy dresses, but it's just as whimsical as something like princess core or any other fantastical aesthetic. I have a bunch of things in my room that are cottagecore, such as this wildflower tapestry that I have on the side. I have fake vines here. I wish I could have real vines, but it's actually really toxic to cats, so I wouldn't want to do that to Lunchbox. Anything farmhouse, princessy, running through a field, whimsical, flowy, white rural dresses, wildflowers, gardening, anything that kind of sounds like that, that's my thing. I love that. Again, I want to incorporate that into my painting, but I'm very new at painting and so I just have to practice before I even show y'all. Next question, which it was kind of funny because I had this asked several times. I guess all I really want to know is, what is the weather like in Texas? The one word that I have for it is unpredictable. Literally anything can happen. A couple of days ago, it was 90 degrees during the day and sunny. Later on that night, the temperature was still high, but then we got a tornado with hail this big, bigger than a golf ball. So literally anything can happen. Tornadoes, hurricanes. It's not hurricane season, but in a couple months it will be. Of course, y'all know in the winter we got that terrible snowstorm, which we didn't know how to deal with. I knew how to deal with, but other Texans didn't know how to deal with. But I'm gonna be honest, I believe that a lot of this is due to climate change. It is getting much more severe, and there are going to be a lot more natural disasters due to climate change, and it's only going to get worse from here. I'm gonna be honest. So Texas weather is just going to get worse. And for those who want to know the weather right now, it is Saturday, the 10th of April, and it's 79 degrees and sunny. Oh, it actually just dropped to 75 because the sun's going down. Today was a really beautiful day. I didn't spend much time outside, but these are the days that I love, and I can definitely wait for the 110-degree weather that we get in August, but we still have a ways to go before that happens. And the final question that I have for today, and last but not least, do you recommend A&M? So I mentioned this in a couple videos. I haven't spent so much time at A&M. I've been here for a year, and in this year, most of my classes have been online. I've only had one class that was actually in person, so I feel like I haven't gotten the full experience. What I will say is that the people are awesome and they want to help you. For the most part, the professors are really cool. I haven't had any terrible professors, and they have a bunch of different ways to get involved through organizations and clubs. There's a lot of really good things about A&M. I will say though, now that being in this community for 3 years, is that A&M, like a lot of other universities, like to scam you out of your money. One of the big issues that people talk about is parking. It's hundreds and hundreds of dollars per semester, and you only get one parking lot for your car, and sometimes it's filled up. In the actual town of College Station, there's not really a lot to do. There's a bunch of food places. Like, the food here is bomb. There's some bowling, there's a crap ton of bars if you want to go out drinking. There are a couple movie theaters, there's an escape room, but other than that, there is not a lot of entertainment here at all. So with any school, there are benefits and there are consequences. It's really just up to you and what you value. I would recommend A&M as a university as far as I know, but I'll be sure to update you on how I feel after my last year. Alright guys, well that is all I have for you today. If you have any more questions, put them down below. I will put them in another video in the future. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you enjoyed, be sure to give me a like down below to support me. And if you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notifications every single time that I post, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys!